Good afternoon, YouTube. Mr. Kiwi here. Just a quick video today. I'm going to try and keep this short. I've got probably 2 or 3 videos where I'm going to finally get to take a look at some of the pickups that I made since Black Friday. With all the Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday, Cyber Week, and still going on right up till this moment. This is um, the eve of Christmas Eve, being the 23rd of December, of course. And all the way up to Christmas, and even I think until the end of the year, there are some mints like Scottsdale Mint and a few others who are still doing at spot deals on a number of things. So I've about tapped out on everything that I want out of all those things. And the first thing I'm going to get into today, before I look at some of those final pickups of the year, is I'm very, very happy. And I'm going to try not to get all skittish and schoolgirly about this, but I achieved one of my goals for 2024. You can see it poking into the video right here. I've talked about this before, so maybe some of you have already guessed, but it was probably not even until 3/4 of the way through the year that I realized I had the potential of reaching this goal. So I kind of put a little bit of effort into it, and I managed to pull it off, and I'm really quite happy with myself. I don't know in the big picture if this is really an accomplishment. It certainly was a lot of planning and scheming and moving things around financially to pull this off, but I really think it's a legacy. The details are probably not as important as the weight, because really what I'm talking about here is long-term stacking. So I'll stop waffling and get into it. Let me grab this. I'm going to have to put some elbow grease into this. This is incredibly heavy. As you might have recognized, we got a American Silver Eagle Monster Box. And I think these things weigh, depending on whether you do troy pounds or regular pounds, but somewhere between 35 and 37 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot until you try and pick up one of these things, and it doesn't really have any handles. And if you bent over like I am right now, reaching around the camera, it's quite an effort. Now, you'll see there's a number on this box. You can ignore that. This monster box has been repurposed. This is my tube, so to speak, for this collection. And what we've got here is one tube of American Silver Eagles. This tube is sealed, so I'm not going to open it and show you the Eagles, but I did notice this year, and I don't know that I've ever noticed this before, and I'm not sure if this is going to show on the camera right now, but these tubes are kind of translucent down the side, and if I focus right here, and I'm not sure if it's showing on the camera, you can actually see the missing reeds in the Eagles. There's one right there, and as you turn these, there's 3 or 4 of them on this side. Let me see if I can get this to focus. As you can see, there's a missing reed, missing reed, missing reed. So without even opening these tubes, and this is a sealed tube, you can see it's never been opened, and it does have the 2024 1-ounce American Silver label from the United States Mint, or it says coins produced by the United States Mint, excuse me. But this particular label, as far as I'm aware, is only found on tubes of American Silver Eagles purchased from Costco. And as you can see, it's a United States Mint. This is a bullion run of coins, as opposed to proofs or burnished or some of the other types of American Silver Eagles that you can get. But nobody seems to have these labels except Costco. So Costco was selling Silver Eagles when they had them available, when you could buy them for really the best price, and with some cash back on the credit cards and cash back on your Costco membership. I can tell you that every Silver Eagle in this monster box was purchased at less than spot. Or I'm sorry, that's not true. was purchased at less than the retail price of the Silver Eagles at the time, and often by $3 or $4 a coin less than the going rate for Eagles from any other dealer at that time. It was really a phenomenal way to buy Eagles, and in most cases, even the most expensive Eagles that I purchased to finish this box in the last few months were only $2 or $3 over the actual spot price of silver. And that is unheard of to get Eagles for just $2 or $3 over spot, unless they're poor condition, culls, or damaged. And what we have here is Eagles from Costco that are brand new, unopened, and I'm going to leave these sealed as part of this collection that I've got. And I'll tell you why. I do have one, my very first one that I bought from Costco. Of course, I opened, just because. I mean, there's no doubt that it contains real Silver Eagles, and Costco would not be trying to gyp anybody. So I've got no doubt that 50 years from now, somebody could open this box and these tubes and have real American Silver Eagles. Anyway, enough waffling. This is the fun part. Let's get this open. And I will tell you, let me see if we can go a little larger here. I will tell you that because Costco wraps these tubes in, they put the label and then they wrap them in clear cellophane all the way up to the top. In fact, you can see it comes over the top. This makes these tubes slightly larger than a standard tube, and it's kind of hard to get the lid off the Monster Box. Just saying, maybe that's a first world problem, but if you see me struggle here a little, it's because it really is kind of tight. So this is how a Monster Box opens up if you haven't seen that before. And inside we have 25 tubes of American Silver Eagles, and every one of these tubes, there's 12 on each side, and then you have the 25th tube sits in the middle, right? And this gap here, just with that extra layer of plastic around these coins, makes it hard to get these packing boxes in. As you can see, the plastic is fairly thick on the side. And actually, this is my open tube of Eagles, and I put this in here simply because if I put the sealed one in that center spot, it is so tight in here, you can see I really have trouble getting it in there. And what was happening was I would be lifting this box and the tube was coming out with it and dropping just like it just did. And I wasn't too happy about that. So anyway, enough talk. So if you check on Stacker Social, you're going to see some silly things I did with these tubes of Eagles today. I built a little Christmas tree. So I made a Christmas tree out of tubes of Eagles. There's not really much point taking these out and showing you to you. This is my open tube, and I cut the plastic about halfway down. So that makes it the normal size, and it fits into the lid of the Monster Box here pretty well. But because this is open, I'm not sure if I can, my fingernails leave a lot to be desired. As you can see, this is not a sealed tube, and we have, I'm sure you've seen many times before, American Silver Eagles, Lady Liberty, and the Type 2 reverse on the other side with the Flying Eagle carrying the stick. I'm not a huge fan of this compared to the Type 1 reverse image, but that's okay. An eagle is an eagle. I would be remiss if I didn't at least do that a couple of times. So what I've got is just want to put that back into the tube. I do try and get American Silver Eagles from each year, a tube, and I like to keep those, just to have a tube of each opened. So I will be happy to keep this tube along with all the previous years that I own. And if I put the sealed tube back in there, we do have a complete monster box of Costco Eagles. Yeah. Some would say Costco Schmosco, an Eagle's an Eagle. A monster box of 24s is a monster box. But I actually bought these 2 at a time, 5 at a time, throughout the year as Costco put them on sale. And Costco always had them at the best current price, and I always got the discounts from Costco. So I got this monster box. I did the math. I actually got this monster box just over $1,500. $1,500. It's 500 coins. But I got the monster box itself complete for $1,500 less than I would have paid if I had bought the monster box complete at any time throughout the year, or if I had bought at the same time from regular dealers. Now I'm telling you, $1,500, $3 a coin is an accomplishment in itself, and I think that $1,500 made this cost effective enough where I could afford to buy this many Eagles and keep them. My business and my partner and I have bought monster boxes on multiple occasions, but we bought them to resell and make a profit and make a little income from. But I'm really happy. This is an accomplishment where I'm able to keep this monster box now, and I hope to have this the rest of my life, and I hope to add to it. So that being said, I'm going to put this away. I don't know if anybody wants to see. I tend to grab 3 at a time when I pull them out like this. Just, there's my little trick for how to get them out of the monster box rather than trying to get your fingers in here and grab them. But there's enough room to get, it's better to put them back in one at a time. As you can see, they've all got the labels. You put them in one at a time, but there's enough room to get your hands in here and just lift them out. And I just lay them down because I can pick them right up, but it's a 50-50 whether I'm going to drop them. So we'll put these back, and I don't think anybody's going to disbelieve me. I put one of those back in wrong, but it'll be fine. This video is long enough. This is my tube of my open Eagles. You can see these don't even actually push all the way down. And let's just see. Let me show you what this is like. I don't want to cram them down there and kind of damage those plastic labels. So I push it back one way, and then I pull it the other way to get it over the lip of those. And now the only one holding is that one in the center. So I just kind of gently push it down. And the really good thing is, once you close these boxes up, nothing in there moves. So I'm going to try and demonstrate this. I'm going to get my hands underneath it. It's incredibly heavy, but there's just no rattling and banging. This is, like, I know I've seen pallets at Mints. A pallet with literally hundreds of these monster boxes on them. And I'm not sure how many are on a pallet, but you see multiple pallets stacked with these monster boxes. And the strength of the boxes is enough to protect all those coins from their own weight. On a pallet being moved by fork truck or forklift and put into the back of trucks and unloaded and loaded. It's an amazing thing to see. But anyway, we're well over time with this video. I appreciate you sticking around if you stuck around this long. If you like my videos, please give me a like. If you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate new subscriptions. And hopefully in the next few days, here, maybe before Christmas, maybe a couple of days after Christmas, I'm going to go through a couple more videos with some of my final pickups of the year. And some of these are really going to be quite fun. If you want to take a look at the label here. I actually have one of the President Trump victory coins, which is a display piece. I'm really quite happy to have that. So anyway, thank you all for sticking around. Watching till the end of the video is always a great thing. I think I'm going to start putting some Easter eggs in at the end of the videos. A lot of creators do that, and I think it's kind of fun to do some giveaways, unannounced giveaways. Of course, that's an encouragement to get people to watch to the end of the video, because that helps the creator a lot. The watch minutes, and then the percentage of minutes watched compared to the length of the videos. I could make 10 hours of videos, but if only 5 minutes of the 10 hours is watched, I'm not going to do very well on the algorithms, if you know what I mean. So anyway, Thank you. I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, stay safe. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't see you before. And I hope you and your family all are doing well. Bye.